DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any Department of Defense or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is...
You motherfuckers are in trouble now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Happy Sunday. Welcome to church. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. And you know what? Because now you fucked up again, Joe. Because this is episode 8, episode 47. You are fired.
Good
and
God.
And it's funny
Good
that we're
God.
actually going to start
You
this
fucking
episode.
suck. You told me you fixed that shit. No fucking way.
Look
I
up.
quit.
Look,
You can't
look
fire
up.
me. I fucking quit.
Look up.
You
look
little
up. But
bitch.
no, but you know what?
Bet you
Because
won't do it.
there's another
Manchester.
reason- It's not over, because another reason why he's about to get fired right now is because Jay, he broke Rule 9 twice in our Discord the other day.
Uh-oh.
And-
Wait, what's Rule 9?
Do you
No
want to know
porn?
what rule number 9 is? I will tell you
No
what rule
porn?
number 9 is right here. Keep all stream and business promotions to veteran or active duty owners. Do not
Oh,
share posts of
no.
streamers with no affiliation.
Joe.
And
Joe.
Fuck your life. Bing bong.
yeah, so
Although, here's the thing. I will give Joe a little bit of leeway on that, because if you don't kind of do a little bit of a deep dive on the Facebook gaming page, like, that is in fact a rule. And the reason we made that rule is because earlier in the history of DD214 gaming, we're talking about going back to like 2020 at this point. There were a lot of people sharing streams, and that was really good. And we had a lot of success with that in the opening stages of that gaming group. That is now, like, is officially DD214 gaming, like 110% with a bullet, right? So anyways, there were a lot of people sharing streams that had nothing to do with vets, nothing to do like the person streaming wasn't a veteran, it wasn't veteran related, it had nothing to do with like raising awareness of anything. It was basically just sharing somebody else's stream, which on other platforms and other pages, that is totally okay. I'm not knocking that. I'm all about sharing everybody's shit together, and my homie does this, so I plug his stuff, she does that, so she, and we plug her, like, that's what I'm saying. We plug everybody here, you know what I'm saying? Lots. But we are veteran centric, and we are veteran oriented. So on DD214 Gaming, our page on Facebook, that's basically like our shtick. Like, you are absolutely more than welcome to share your stream, a friend's stream, anybody's stream, as long as it is veteran centric, veteran related, or having something to do with raising some type of awareness revolving around the military and veteran community. And that's worldwide. All right. World fucking wide. All right. We're not just talking about, the number one with the bullet country since the dawn of time, United States of American troops here. We're talking about if you're a veteran from really anywhere in the world, we want to share your experiences too. And because we've had a lot of those same experiences, and who knows, maybe someday we'll be talking to somebody who was on the other side, and we can have a chit chat about that. And wouldn't that be interesting? You guys ever see like those reunions where like the American soldiers went back to like Vietnam and shit? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if the Taliban's is going to be okay with that in like 30 years, but they're probably not going to be in charge. They're probably not going to be in charge. So,
well, wouldn't you know? Because you were old enough. You were there, weren't you?
that's funny. You're so fucking funny.
All right, yeah. Hey, so today we got a guest here today, Mark Gonzalez, aka Gonzo Gone Gaming. Introduce yourself before we continue this week in review, man.
Welcome.
So, Mark Gonzalez, currently E-Force Airman in the United States Air Force, stationed in Dallas, Texas. I'm a B1 maintainer, avionics technician by trade, and then off base, I do all this gaming stuff, as you can kind of see from the background. Let me just give you a little clear.
That is by the way, I have got to like I am putty in your hands, because I saw that picture you posted on the gaming page, and I had no idea excuse me, I had no idea the absolute collection you have made for yourself there. Like, that is amazing.
Totally honest. So not even most, because now it's a little bit more. I've had my Nintendo. I've had a lot of the retro consoles since I was a kid. You figure probably let's go back to like, I don't know, 86, 87. The Nintendo was a hand-me-down from my brother. Everything else came afterwards. But a lot of this stuff I've gotten recently, because, so let's see, wild shit happening around the world. Not gonna lie, everything's happening. It's there. We can't ignore it. Everybody's going through something, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever it is. Honestly, I started Gonzo Gone Gaming to cope with my mental health. I started looking through different pages. I'm like, man, there's all these gaming pages. I'm like, I got a lot of retro shit. I was like, why not make a page? Why not share my collection and my passion with people on the internet? Just to kind of, that little escape from life. And figure a year and 4 months later, kind of gained a following. I gained kind of, like numbers don't matter, right? Numbers are going to be inflated. They're going to be all over the place with bots and all the type of stuff. People that aren't consistent with, the content. But I could say that I've gotten a handful of people that have been consistent, communicate. They become friends of mine, not just in the gaming community, but kind of like, a little bit, like just slightly into my personal life, I just had a daughter. For those that know, my wife just had a baby.
Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Is that your first?
To the club.
Yeah, it's my first.
Yo, man, welcome to hell, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what a lot of people told me, man.
Yo, I mean, you already know what I'm gonna follow up with. Like, it is the most amazing experience, like, truly in life, is to bring more life into this realm, and it's a very wonderful thing, and I'm very happy for you and your beautiful bride, and you said it was a girl.
Yes.
Can we have a name?
Scarlet Ray.
Scarlet Ray. Good God, what a beautiful name, man. That's gorgeous, man. Thank you for that ray of sunshine on a happy Sunday morning in church, my friend.
Right? Yes, brother.
You touched you. I apologize. I go ahead and finish. I apologize.
No.
I'm cutting you off.
So basically,
Sorry.
kind of that's what I've done. I've met people, and the collection I have now, I've done it in only about a year and 4 months time. Like, a lot of what you see back there.
You accumulated all that in a year and 4 months? Jesus Christ, Mark. I don't even want to talk about the money part right now, but we'll get into that later. Jesus Christ. Your wife must hate you. Your wife must hate you.
Now listen, because I spread the wealth. All so all right. I'll make sure that the wife's happy. I'm happy. Everybody's happy. Just now it's a little bit different because we got player 3 here, so it's like, all right, gotta cut it down now. All towards her.
Oh yeah.
So my wife, she's gonna be a nerd like me.
It gets cut down. It gets cut down, and then it gets cut down again, and it just keeps. As they get older, you just keep slicing a little bit more off the cheese. Slice a little bit more off the cheese, dude. Like, it's all good though. It's all good, baby. So you touched on a couple of things, and I don't know if we should kind of circle back to them now or maybe wait until later, John. But I got to hear about the fucking B1, because I experienced a JDAM drop in Afghanistan by a B1 on my first deployment. So we're definitely going to talk about that.
Nice.
I want to hear about the B1, and then there was something else in your whole thing that you were. I'll get back to that one too. So John, do you want to do the military thing now?
Yeah, because while he's doing his unboxing, we've already you already know we're gonna talk over the unboxings and be like, hey, this is what I got.
I apologize. We're gonna talk while you unbox.
It's gonna be okay. So so actually during the week I have something special to announce. This week is the launch of the official DD214 gaming website. I actually have it up here. You don't even got to pull it up, Joe. I got you, my brother. It is right here.
That's fucking teamwork.
So this is the website here. So here, all our episodes are available as soon as you go into the website. This is a DD214, which is our latest episode. Then we have Justin Lutz, Broken Arrowhead, Justin Gassis. It's all there. It is all there, guys. On top of that, you hit episodes, it's all there. It's all there. And Andy Haney, I see you in there, and it's actually funny that you're here because you are actually the guest star for our new DD214 Gaming episode 3 of plays.
Fuck yeah.
With old clips that I've been hanging on to for the last 3 years of us playing Black Ops 4.
Good shit. Good shit. Welcome, Andy, too. Appreciate that.
Hey, man, so once, and you guys have to see the video, it's fucking hilarious. But as soon as, if you don't want to go to our YouTube, you could go right to the website and all our videos are posted up there as soon as they are uploaded. This is the same for our podcast episodes. Are you a guest on our show, or do you want to be, or do you want to be a guest in our show? We don't even have to ask you anymore. Just click right there at the register as a guest.
That's fucking awesome.
Register as a...
Is there anything you didn't think about? That's fucking badass, dude.
My brain keeps going. I don't know why the register as guest section is not working, but we'll get that fixed immediately. You could also rate the show. You could come right here, send 5 stars, and you could also come right here and
tell us how much we suck.
Yep, you could also hit reviews. You could also hit the.
I want to see how. Do you ever see like those fucking funny ass like Google reviews where like people just like send the random ass like review? I want to see that shit. Like fuck us up, dude. Like I want to see that shit.
Yep, and you could directly leave a review right on the website. We have 3 of them so far. Our contacts are there, so you could just right here. You could also hit any of these links, and we also have a mailing list, guys. So come on, get up in there. DD214gaming.live. And leave a voicemail too. We want to hear from you. Also, this week we had the finale of Peacemaker. I'm not gonna throw out any spoilers because a lot of people haven't finished the show.
Who's the star of the show?
You can't see it. We can't see it.
I can't see anything there. Like,
And his name is John C.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, the show.
Was it good?
So,
did you like it?
Well, first, do you remember what my original rating was for the show?
Put me on the spot. I'm gonna say I think it was like a 4 or 4.5. Because I don't think you didn't give that one 5 stars, did you?
So look at what our producer put.
2 of 10.
Shut that fucking song. Shut that fucking song off. You can't do that on this show. We'll get a copyright strike anyway.
So your original rating is 2 of 10. What did it just continue in the nosedive dog shit, or did it get better?
Actually, remember, the problem wasn't the show. The problem was the intro sequence. That was my issue. That's why I gave the show 2 out of 10. But
I haven't even touched the show yet, so
the show is now finished, and we are going to go up 10 ratings, and we are going over our 10-star thing, and the show is now a 12 out of 10.
Awesome. And that type of math fits perfectly with how freaking ridiculous this show is. So 12 of 10.
And that's exactly what it is. But all I'm going to say without spoiling the show is that they have finally connected the DC universe. That's all I'm going to say.
I gotta know what you're rating. Why didn't you just do the whole fucking Spinal Tap thing and just do 11 out of 10? You know, because like they got to turn the fucking speakers up to 11.
No, we're doing.
Am I dating myself with that reference? Is that?
No, you're not. And you know what? I thought about it, but the influence came from my cousin, actually our cousin, Emmanuel LeBron, who actually reviews, these comic book movies and stuff like that. He does, and he rates them very fairly. And I had to agree with the 12 out of 10, especially with the ending. And sorry, guys, you have to watch the show in order to know what happened. We'll talk about it next week.
As is tradition, John, because of you, I might actually take a stab at it because we're kind of me and my beautiful girlfriend Nikki are running out of shows to watch. So
let me ask you this. Do you like unpredictable fucking action with gore and penis jokes?
No. How dare that just sounds terrible as I wear my fucking Slayer shirt, no, how could I could not imagine enjoying random violence and blood and guts. And
Do you like seeing white supremacists get their ass kicked?
oh fuck yeah, dude, I fucking jerk off to that shit. I fucking jerk off to that shit. Are you kidding me?
There
That's
you go.
like fucking dude, that when you like lay hate on somebody that just absolutely has it fucking coming, dude. When you lay that hate, dude, like it's orgasmic. Ooh.
Well, there you go. That's Peacemaker.
Sweet.
Next.
And next. Okay, so is it here, let me do mine real quick because I don't have like much to say.
I have one more review.
Oh, I apologize, John. See, I'm all out of sorts this morning, man. I am so sorry. You know what? The show, you know what we didn't do before the show? We didn't do what we did last week and run down everything we were talking about in order. That's what we did. We forgot to do our.
I thought we did.
We forgot to do our motherfucking back brief. See,
Right, well,
kids.
okay.
See what happens, kids, when you don't do your fucking PCCs and PCIs? People fucking die.
Wait,
People
we kind
fucking
of
die.
did. Well, anyway, we can't give all the secrets away behind the scenes. But anyway, my last review, MLB 22, the show, the tech test has happened this week, and let me tell you, I'm only slightly impressed, and I'm going to tell you why.
Really?
I'm only slightly impressed, but I'm going to tell you why I'm only slightly impressed. First off, the game is a lot of rinse and rewash. The graphics look the same. The players, Shohei Ohtani is the star of this game, and let me tell you, it's great. The tech test gives you the opportunity to go into Diamond Dynasties, and yes, motherfuckers, I did make the New Jersey Veterans once again.
Nice.
And what's so interesting with this is that all the Diamond cards are free, so you could build the team that you want, literally. I had Vladimir Guerrero. I had Fernando Tatis. I had Wade Boggs. You know I got to have my Wade Boggs.
Yeah, I was going to say you did Wade Boggs on the last one. I remember that specifically. I remember that conversation we had we had a conversation about that on this podcast like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, when the last game came out, when 21 came out. So I had to have Wade Boggs on my team. I had Keith Hernandez, Seinfeld's favorite.
What colors did you pick?
I chose red, white, and blue.
Okay, veterans. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
So the home uniform is actually a solid red with a gray back, and the home uniforms are blue stripes.
Dope. That sounds sick.
So I'll get some screenshots for you.
What stadium do you play in?
Well, there's only 4 stadiums available: Dodger Stadium, Yankee Stadium.
Welcome, Marie. Good to see you. Good to see you, Marie.
Good morning, Marie. This is our admin.
That's Marie. That's our admin.
This is a founder. A founder.
She is a founder of DD214 Gaming. That's our admin. She's our rock. That's the foundation. That's the foundation of DD214 Gaming right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Welcome,
absolutely.
Marie. Welcome, Marie. Joe, where's the applause, dude? Like, Joe, sound effects, bro. Thank you. That's Marie. That is Marie.
Yes, and so where was I? Oh, okay, with MLB 22. So with MLB 22, the stadiums. There was only
Dodger
4
Stadium.
stadiums. Dodger Stadium, Yankee Stadium, I believe Rocky Stadium, and I forgot what the other one. Oh, Sportsman Stadium, the classic Cardinal Stadium.
Which one did you choose?
Yankees. You already know.
Oh yeah. I don't even know why.
You already know.
You know what? That's. If I was playing Russian roulette right now, I would have just lost massively because I totally knew that. Now,
graphics, they are not bad, but the problem with some graphics where there's certain characters like Fernando Tatis and Vladimir Guerrero who have dreadlocks, it drops the frame rate on the game. Now, I don't know if this is just a tech test glitch, but this is something that needs to be fixed. The mechanics look fucking outstanding. It's a little more fluid, and what really made this tech test for me was the co-op. Yes, MLB The Show now has co-op baseball. So now you can play baseball with your fucking friends. You could do 2v2 or you could do 3v3.
What?
So so let me tell you, this is what made the whole experience fun for me. You now have, so if you're playing 2v2, you're either going to be the pitcher, you're either going to be playing as the pitcher with the infield in control, or you're going to be playing as the whole outfield.
Okay.
And then you take turns batting. With 3v3, you're either going to be the pitcher, the infield, or the outfield, and you take turns batting.
Interesting.
And it works. The only problem is that you can't trust anybody to stay in the fucking game because they always leave. If someone starts getting a fucking wipeout, they leave.
Oh
and they need to find a way to either like, I guess, punish them to make sure, like, do like a time punishment.
Like
or you got to play with your friends.
You almost have to, like, that's that. And, and I know we've rode this bike so many miles on this show, but like going back, that's where I stopped playing GTA Online. And way back in the day, several years ago, I stopped playing GTA Online because I didn't have any friends to play with, and it just wasn't fun by myself, basically. And that's I can see this game, the show, quickly becoming that online if you're not playing with a literal friend of yours.
Exactly. So in saying that, I'm looking for a team. Let's get a 3-man squad going. Let's
Somebody hit John
do
up.
this.
This guy's a baseball freak.
Today, and I will be one of those teammates for you, my bro.
What happened?
I'll download it for you today.
It's on Xbox.
Look at that, Joe. Look at Joe just swooping in for the save.
Yeah, and this is another and this is
cradling John in his arms.
Like, so my review number for it right now, I'm expecting the show to be a solid 8.5, but for this tech test, it's getting a 7. It is not bad.
The glitches.
Because of the glitches and the graphics on it, everything looks fine. But the co-op, if they can find a way to make it even more fun, they're already right on the money. Like they did with Madden with the Yard, where you could play football with your homies. Now you can play baseball. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Let's go. And not to mention too, we've seen this rinse and rewash thing. I can't even speak. This rinse and rewash shit with WWE games, Madden games. Right. Dare I say it? Super Mario games, Call of Duty games, Battlefield games.
Every franchise ever at this point in in modern American gaming. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I was gonna say, I think moving forward, because I think we talked about this either last week or 2 weeks ago. The direction that gaming is going, and how so few companies and or franchises are going in the right, what we would call the right direction, right? As far as like, bang for your buck, customer satisfaction, putting out finished products at release and not 6 months down the road, whatever. But not to retread, that bike, but we've been talking about this. What it sounds like is that they're basically just tweaking. They already know what they did right last year, and they're just kind of trying to tweak it right now to make it a little bit better. And I think that is a good direction for not only MLB The Show as a franchise, but just gaming in general. If it ain't fucking broke, don't goddamn fix it. Did we not learn this lesson in the military, kids? If it ain't fucking goddamn broke, don't fix it, please, because you're just gonna fuck it up. That's it.
Now let's hear what you did this week, man.
So I will go through this as briefly as possible. I've had a hell of a week, and it's been an emotional roller coaster. But we are going to talk about all of that probably in about 7 days on probably next week's podcast. But I got some DNA results back from Ancestry.com, and I'm adopted. I'm an adoptee basically, and I have been my whole life. I was adopted as a 2-week-old baby, right? And so there was news. So I will spare everyone everything this week, and we'll kind of talk about that, and we'll talk about a lot of the feelings that are associated and different reactions that people might have. And adoption is one of those things that's a very heavy and a very touchy subject for a lot of people, and so this is a very heavy topic. So we're not going to do it in the middle of having Mark as our guest. So we will save that one for 7 days, and and we'll I'll make sure to.
How many hours?
168.
There we go. 168 hours.
I remembered that too, by the way. Yeah, I like that. I like that you remembered that. That's funny. In other news this week, in continuing Jay's Roadhouse fantasy, I did security for a gentleman by the name of Eric Church, big country singer. Really good singer. The guy has good vocal cords, right? I realized very quickly, though, why I really didn't know very much about him or know who he was before I went. And he's a huge country star, by the way. Like, the downtown Kansas City was a madhouse trying to get to the arena, right? But the dude sounds like almost exactly like Garth Brooks, and it's a very, I guess what you would call like a pop country. So I recognized a couple of his songs because I've heard a lot of my soldiers are in the country. I've heard him played in bars, over the years, whatever. But really seemed like a really cool dude, was very into his fans, and like did a lot of interacting with the fans. And I thought that was really kick-ass of him. So even though I might not be a huge fan of this guy's music and really have no clue about who he is, as a performer, I really like the fact that he had this like 360 stage, and I was at the barricade, so like I was at the stage basically, and just watching this guy do his interactions with the fans and just how much he cared about the people that cared about him, that kind of touched me, right? But overall, it wasn't the Roadhouse I was looking for this week, so we'll try again next week. So that was my week in review.
Wow, that was actually the shortest one you've ever done.
Oh, by far.
Well,
by far. Like, but we have a guest, and he has some shit to do, and I have questions about the B1 and his service in the Air Force because I remembered a couple of questions that I forgot earlier. So let's get as far into that as we possibly can after what?
When we come back after this small commercial break, we are going to bring back a game called Sex Position or Gamer Tag, and
nice.
two, along with everyone who's watching, is the audience, and you guys have to figure this one out. So, yeah, we'll be right back after this with that.
All right.
Yeah, so remember, guys, check out the site, DD214gaming.live. And also, remember, guys, you can't eat ass without Rogue Energy. 10% off your order today.
Right.
Use
Before
DD214
I went to Eric Church the other night, I fucking chopped up like 3 mad fucking rails of that shit, blasted into space, and then somehow found myself in downtown Kansas City at an Eric Church country concert. Kids, if you want to fly high, you fly with Rogue. By the way, DD214 does not consent to the use of Rogue Energy outside of how the instructions are given. We also do not consent to the use of anything inside your nasal cavities that is not approved by a medical licensed professional.
Damn, that was good. That was good. You got the executive producers laughing. Woo! That was great. All right, we are going to have to do some of this parody commercial. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, hey, is there any way you can get some game show music for us real quick?
What you got, Joe?
While he's doing that, so guys, if you remember our last iteration of Sex Position or Gamer Tag, the rules of the game are you have to figure out if what we're giving you is a sex position or a gamer tag, and we will be describing what the sex positions are, and these are even crazier. Now there is a wild twist to all of this. Joe has put underscores in each and every single one of them to make all of them look like gamer tags.
Okay.
So this is it. What do we got? Did you get anything? Any music?
Hey, John, what happened to the overlay sounds you were playing last week during story time? You got that shit? That might work.
Oh, this? Oh, there we go.
Might be a little loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to Sex Position or Gamer Tag with your host, Jonathan Sanchez. And today we have U.S. Chair Force serviceman, Mark Gonzalez.
Hey, I got mad love for my Air Force homies. I just want to say that, like, I bow down to the dominance of the skies, okay? Because as a grunt, if we don't have air dominance, we get fucking chased down by helicopters and turned into paint splatters on the ground. So
and that's Jay Campbell. He is so old that he has to wear sunglasses to protect him from the lights that are above him.
That is correct.
Damn eyes are fucked. So, guys, let's get on with the first one. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching, you guys can participate too. So, let's get on with it. What's the first one? Cleveland accordion. What is the Cleveland accordion? Is it a sex position or is it a gamer tag?
Position. I'm gonna go with position.
Jay?
I am also going to go position because if that was my gamer tag, like, I would be questioning my life decisions.
Sex position is being said here by Francesca Sanchez. And you are correct. The act of kneeling over a person, beating off and quietly shitting on their knees.
Oh, what?
That doesn't even make any sense. The Cleveland accordion.
Before loudly busting onto the face, then in the mass confusion, slamming their knees and face together like an accordion.
That's insane.
That is so ridiculous. Like, why would you do? Okay, next.
Marie said position correct. You all have 1 point. All right, the next one, the Kentucky tractor puller.
God damn it. That's gotta be. I could see that being a position, but I'm totally going with tag on that one because there's people in Kentucky that probably definitely pull tractors like for real. So
Sex position
I'll
from
go
Frenchie.
position. I'll go position.
Position, tag.
I say
Tag
tag.
J. Tag J. Okay.
Which one?
It is a sex position. It is the act of a it is the act of a male and a male or a male and a female performing anal, and during sex the receiver clenches their butt cheeks tightly and runs with the penis still in their buttocks. Next. The flaming snatch.
Gamer tag.
I'm gonna go position, just because I'm already down. I'm already down one, so I got nothing to lose at this point.
It is a gamer tag.
Hey, 3 for 3.
Now, just so you guys know, these
Jesus.
are actual gamer tags that I've looked up, and these gamer tags have been banned on these services on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Yeah. Next,
That was a good one. It's funny.
the breakneck dookie.
Tag.
Tag. I'm gonna lose one eventually. I'm not gonna go perfect on this.
You're just all you're doing is flipping a coin, brother.
Yeah.
And you still got it right. See that shit? See that shit?
It is a
You still got it
gamer
right.
tag.
Look at you. Look at you. What are you like 4 for 4, 5 for 5 at this point?
Who fucking knows at this point? But
I'm already down 2 at least.
oh, in Wilson. Gamer tag or sex
Tag.
position?
I don't even know. Yeah, I'm gonna say tag because I don't even know
Let's
what
flip
that
the
would relate to.
coin. We're gonna go with position.
Damn.
The Owen Wilson is the sex position. Just like it sounds, the O in Wilson is named after perennial cutesy nice guy Owen Wilson. In this act, it's important to surprise your partner with a sudden entry. Also, for the purpose of the act, you refer to your partner as Wilson upon entering to make the pun work. Note, only the moment of penetration is a surprise, not the act of sex itself, as that would be kind of rapey and more appropriately referred to as the fatty R buckle.
Oh my god.
Got him!
So remember, guys, the sudden entry is the surprise. Okay.
I love how they have like a separate position for the rape one. You know what I mean? Like, and it already had a fucking name. You know what I mean? Jesus fucking Christ, who thinks of this shit? You know what I mean? It's hilarious, but good God, the Fatty Arbuckle. By the way, kids, if you want to do a little fucking Hollywood history, do a deep dive on Fatty Arbuckle. There's a reason that joke made me laugh. All right.
Oh man. Okay, the next one is the spicy gringo. What is the spicy gringo, guys?
That's me.
Me.
Nope.
We're going with tag. I'll go with tag.
God damn it! I really don't want to go against him, but I'm gonna say position because it does sound like a position. Like I could see something being called a fucking spicy gringo.
It is a sex
There you
position,
go, there
ladies
you
and
go.
gentlemen.
There you
Tell me
go.
about this shit.
The spicy gringo is the act of
Oh, here we
the
go.
act of stuffing someone's rear end with a volcano taco from Taco Bell and then eating it afterwards.
What?
Guys, I've done the spicy gringo.
Fucking guy.
Can you do it with the Slim Jim?
You'd have to get the fucking Tabasco one,
I got mild right here.
dude. Gross.
The Oreo Hurricane. The Oreo Hurricane, guys. What is this? A sex position or a gamer tag?
Gamer tag.
I'm also gonna say tag. You got
Joe?
Marie. You got Marie.
Oh shit! All right, indulge. There you go. Enlighten.
Guys, All right, guys.
I should have known when it
Smash.
said Oreo. I should have known when it said Oreo. Let me guess. Okay, let me fucking guess. Go ahead, John.
A sexual act in which a man poops, puts it in a blender, and then proceeds to rub his body with it.
Okay,
And
that was-
after this, the
so
man
now
must
where I was
quickly
going with Oreo.
and after this, the man must quickly jump on his sex partner, attempting to cover them in as much of the feces as he can while using anal penetration.
John,
That's insane. What
John,
the-
what I gotta ask, bro. What's the fascination with poo, bro? What's the fascination with poo?
Listen, it's the game.
Listen.
It's the game. It's the game. The
Well-
real question is, how many of these have you tried?
Honest to God, none yet. I mean, I'm waiting. Well, see here, to be fair, for anybody new to the show that's never watched, we've done this game before, and the first time I pretty much nailed every single one, and it was like almost John was a little disappointed because he thought he kind of like, yeah, and so this time he has picked much harder ones. Obviously, like I'm not getting some of these because I've never done them,
Motherfucker.
heard of them, done them, maybe.
Next one. The Blazing Ramrod.
Ramrod.
I'm gonna say tag only because it's like it's too much of it. It sounds too much like a sex position.
Super
I'm saying
Troopers.
tag.
Ramrod. Team Ramrod. And we're going with gamer tag.
Gamer tag.
That one was easy to call out. That sounded too much like a sex position.
That the
Immediately sus.
the women are getting this. They are getting this.
Oh yeah. So hey, I got a question. So since that last one was a tag, like what would a blazing ramrod be? Like if we had to make up like the actual like position, like what would we call a blazing ramrod? Like what
I
we
would
call
say
that?
getting Cheeto dust and spreading it on a condom and then doing anal penetration. That would be a blazing ramrod.
Fire Cheeto dust.
Fire Cheeto
To
dust.
make the blaze.
I think
I was
maybe
gonna-
you just have to put the
How about-
powder in the old butthole and then shove her on
I
in.
got
you know
you.
what I
I
mean?
got you guys. We can combine like this shit like Voltron. Blazing Cheeto dust. Okay, lady is already on top of one man. You know, P inserted into V, right? Cheeto dust comes in, you know, to DP, and the blazing ramrod is that moment of penetration where she like kind of arches her back, you know, like kind of like the blazing ramrod. The blazing ramrod. Does that not work?
Step bro.
Does that not work? Tell me that shit doesn't work. Holy shit. I gotta go get a coffee. Give me 30 seconds. I gotta go refill my coffee. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Oh my god. Holy shit, man. Oh man. Put up the next ones for when he comes back and we'll get the crowd going.
Yo, that's insane, yo.
What a shit show.
Can we just take a moment here and appreciate the fine work that John had to put into this? And the comedic value we're all getting out of it right now. This has been
Yo.
one of the funnest episodes to produce so far. Literally, that was a 30-second or more commercial. We're all still dying about it.
Yo.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Sorry.
On to the next. You must practice that a lot, Jay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yo.
Bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
The flying circus.
That's what the shit feels right now. It feels like a flying circus.
Welcome to the club, bro. Welcome to the club.
Oh, this is great. This is great.
Flying circus, I'm going to go position. That definitely sounds like a position to me. That has position written all over it.
Murray said Jay's got that back arch down.
Y'all act like this ain't you. Y'all act like this, like behind closed doors. Y'all can judge all you want. Like, all right, like I'm not like like
man, ain't
you
no,
guys
ain't
can
no
boo- you
judgment
guys
here.
can-
That shit was spot
you guys
on.
can. Everybody can boo me all they want. I've seen what makes you people cheer. Okay.
Jay, I don't think anyone's
I'm gonna
booing.
record you on that
I
one.
don't think anyone's booing, Jay.
Oh man, that was great. I'm
Oh
gonna
man,
say,
so
I'll say position 2 to this one.
Yeah, flying circus is definitely screaming. That's a screaming position.
flying circus is a sex position. It is a sex act in which a person is reverse cowgirl or cowboy on top of a man, and then they attempt to throw that person to another man standing by the wall. Unbeknownst to them, the second man plans to sidestep and let them hit the wall and fall down, hopefully leaving that person writhing in agony. Then both men ejaculate on that person.
Oh my god.
God
that's funny.
damn.
8214 does not condone abuse of any
No, the fuck we don't.
shape, form. People have their own kinks and fetishes, and if they want to get thrown, they want to get thrown.
Rich, yeah, as long as you're cool with it. Yeah, fuck. Who comes up with this shit? Like, and man, the acrobatic stuff too. Like when I was in my youth,
acrobatic stuff.
in my youth, it was kind of fun to do some of the acrobatic stuff. You know what I'm saying, dude? But like, motherfuckers, I'm like 41, dude. Like, I ain't trying to like throw my fucking back out, dude. Like you saw that arch. I'm trying to keep that arch pretty. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got to keep that arch pretty, man. The ass is fat. All right. Like,
oh man, we got a few more. We got to run through them. Next one.
Go. Are we in a hurry today? I'm sorry.
We did the breakneck dookie already.
Did we?
The frenzied Sanchez.
I mean, I know one. I'm fucking staring at him right now. I mean, just saying. Hashtag just saying. Everything is Sanchez related. You have to go position because if it's not position, it's just a play. It's just a play on the on the position, right?
Gamer
So,
tag. Going
I
gamer
say
tag.
position. And Francesca says tag and Marie says tag. Or yeah, both of them say tag. I'm sorry. I say
It's
position.
Ding, motherfucker!
next one.
I hate you all. I hate you all.
Gamer tag.
The impulsive motorboat.
God damn it. Well, if this is not a sex position, I've definitely done this sex position like about 1.5 billion times since I hit puberty. Fuck yes, dude. Fuck yes. I don't even care what this one is. I've done that. All right.
We'll go,
I'm gonna go.
I'll still go with tag.
I'm sticking with position because I don't give a fuck. Like,
This is a gamer tag.
fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. It's a fucking sex position because I said so. I fucking win this game because I motorboat motherfuckers. All right.
It was
I
definitely
fucking
it's a
motorboat.
tag. It was a tag motivated by position.
41 years ago, I came out the womb screaming, bathed in blood. Okay, but when the doctors swaddled me in the cloth said, "I heart motorboating." Okay, like, all right, we're talking 4 decades of fucking fine service. All right.
The next one is Blumpkin Plunger.
God fucking damn it. Position.
Position.
Ding, motherfucker!
What I thought. Too
This
easy.
one is a position.
Too easy.
This one is a sexual maneuver which occurs during or at the end of a blumpkin, requiring the receiver to force the giver's head into the toilet after dropping a deuce.
Why?
Usually
we're
happens
going
due
back
to
to
a
the
lack
pool.
of skill by the giver to make the receiver come.
And we're back to the poo.
We are back to the poo. Phantom baby gravy.
I've also experienced this. Sticking with sex position.
Tag.
Tag.
God damn. Air Force is kicking Army's ass today, dude.
Oh
Jesus
man.
Christ. Not
The next-
not surprised though with the standards that that qualify you for enlistment in the different branches. Air Force is definitely kicking Army's ass today.
Next one. Dolmio grin.
What?
Ooh.
Fuck it. I'll say position. Why the hell
Okay.
not?
Fuck it, I'm gonna say fucking tag. Joe, you're so confusing with those. That doesn't.
It's a tag.
It's a position.
Oh,
It
no
is-
way. Wow.
It is horrible.
John. John,
Do you want to know it?
are you gonna get us banned? I guess. Are you gonna get us banned?
I think we're already gonna get banned already.
Good. Look, then we can finally like fucking hit up. We get, dude. If we get banned, that's probably even better because then it just makes us like more, gives us more notoriety, right? Like, so
All right. So the Dolmio grin is what happens when you go down on a woman when she's on her period and you get blood all around your mouth. It's called a Dolmio grin because you get a similar effect when you have lots of pasta topped with Dolmio sauce, i.e., the Joker from The Dark Knight.
Hey, motherfucker. Hey, dude. No. That you know what? I gotta pause right there. In the 80s and 90s, it was not called a Dolmio grin. It's called fucking blood wings. It's called getting your motherfucking blood wings. And if you haven't fucking done it yet, kids, you're a bitch. All right. Jesus hates a pussy, so don't be one.
Next one.
Always love your women's. All right. Always love your women's.
Marie said it too. Red wings.
Red wings, blood wings, fucking whatever
Oh
you want.
my
Yeah,
God!
red wings.
Isn't that the name of the? Isn't that the name of the Hoboken High School team, the Red Wings?
Yep.
And the
Oh my God!
and the Detroit fucking hockey team, dude. Come on, man. It's the
Detroit
fucking Red
hockey
Wings,
team.
dude.
Next one. We got to run through these quick.
Why?
Next.
Are you in a hurry? Do you have an appointment?
No, man.
are we
Hey,
in a rush?
time. Contending love liquid. I don't even know this one.
Tag.
Oh.
Tag.
That is a you. Yeah, gamer tag. Next one.
Yeah.
Poor John. You're all out of sorts.
Ramen Yarmulke.
No, that's Yamaka, dude. That's Yamaka, dude. How the fuck did you grow up on the fucking East Coast and not know that's fucking not Yamaka?
I've
John?
never seen this word before.
John?
I've never seen this word before.
That is
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Ramen Yamaka.
Ramen Yamaka. Do you know what this is?
God damn you, dude.
Position.
Do not describe it. Do not describe it. You know what a
sure?
Yamaka is, right? John, you know what a Yamaka is?
No.
That is the religious headwear in the Jewish faith, my friend.
That's how it's spelled?
Yes, that's exactly how it's spelled. It's how it's always been spelled, and you will not describe that position on our podcast.
You don't want to describe that one on the air.
Nope.
Well, if you want to know what it is,
How did you guys not pick up on that prior to? Just out of
Because
curiosity.
I've seen Yamaka spelled differently.
Yeah, by uneducated motherfuckers that don't know how to read. Like,
This is true.
this is very true. This is what happens when you don't read books growing up, kids.
Understand.
Educate yourself.
Next.
Educate yourselves. Love you, John.
I love you too, man. Yep, this is it. This is it for me. I'm gonna be working in the booth now. Shit.
I'm gonna send you down to the fucking miners, dude, next week, dude. Like, I'm just fucking with you, John. John, you're doing that thing. You're doing that thing.
No,
John.
we're good. Mischievous quickie.
Tag.
I'm also gonna say tag.
Gamer tag.
That sounds a little bit too close. Yeah.
Next one.
That was it. You said that was it.
Is that it?
Is that are you
That's it. That's all we had.
That's that's it.
Injure that. All right. Good game. Good game.
Wait a minute, you forgot one. The 300.
The what? Oh my
Ooh.
god!
What the
Wow. Sorry. The 300, is that what you said?
the 300.
I hope to God this is a sex position because I do want to hear this one. I do want to hear this.
Somebody's
one.
getting kicked in the chest.
Is that a fucking? Is that a 300? Is that?
Yeah.
Tell me about the, yeah. What is it, John? What is it?
It's the act of getting kicked in the chest off the bed after an act of sex.
I love it. I love it. This is my bed. And then your one, and then your one night stand goes home.
Yeah. So guys, that was Sex Position and Gamer Tag Part 2. If you missed a portion of this episode, you could always rewind or go check out our Spotify and YouTube stuff. After we admire this clip of Jay, we're gonna come back to Mark and start having conversations about being old as fuck in basic training. We're going to do some unboxes. We're going to talk about retro gaming. We're going to talk about the Air Force. And right after this clip, and we're going to laugh at this clip because look at Jay now. Look at how he looks now. And then look at this.
Oh, here we go.
Motherfucker. Oh no. You got poser.
So the reason why I show this clip is because Jay works so hard to make sure that all his characters look exactly the same. Now, let's get to it.
Okay, real quick. I just want to address that because when we were kids playing wiffle ball in the street, and having like pickup football games and stuff, whatever. It was all, when we were kids, it was always like, hey, I'm George Brett, I'm Wade Boggs, I'm gonna be Joe Montana today or whatever. I had this one friend, his name was Canyon Alice. Actually messaged, he messaged me earlier this week actually, but this guy Canyon Alice, I really looked up to him. He was about a year older than me, growing up in Tucson, and always looked up to this kid. I grew up in the neighborhood with him, and we would always, all the rest of us would always be like, yeah, I want to be this guy, that guy, whoever, sports hero, right? And Canyon would always say like, today I'm gonna be myself. Like I want to be the first version of myself, right? And like I like. It like hit something in my brain as a very like young man. Like, so for the rest of time since, and now I'm old as fuck, right? In middle age, I just want to be me. So fuck you. Let's do some unboxing.
All right.
So
All right.
So while you're doing this, how much stuff do you actually have? Because we look behind you too. And I know for a fact that you've been collecting shit and all this stuff for like almost 20 years now.
20. Well, my Nintendo and everything is from the 80s. Like everything.
And that's the original one, right?
Yeah. My Nintendo is first edition, first whatever from 85 since like I was basically born. It was my brother's. He gave it to me. And then everything else, Super Nintendo, Genesis and stuff like that were from like first release from back in like 80s, 90s, and all that stuff like that.
Did your family, because you're only about 3 years younger than me, did your family not start with like Atari or Intellivision, or did it start with Nintendo?
If they did, I would have known about it because I wasn't around.
My old man gave me his Intellivision, is why I asked that question, because that was my first console was the Intellivision, because like that was like they already had it when I was basically like when I was old enough to do whatever. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
My first console that I played was a ColecoVision. First thing I played was
same generation. Yep.
I probably was like 4. I remember like when I first moved to New Jersey, I met this kid who lived next to me, and he had a ColecoVision and he had Smurfs. And incidentally enough, last year I saw a post on Instagram of this store back in Brooklyn, and they were advertising the ColecoVision Smurfs.
Dude,
Immediately DM'd, and I was like, "Yo, just send it."
Do you have it? Do you have it?
I have it. Yeah.
Dude, do you remember fucking on what was that dude Joe C that used to roll around with Kid Rock before he passed away? And he had that one part I forget the Devil Without a Cause. He's like, I'm the J-O-E to the C, ho. Call me Joe C, got more games than Coleco.
I'm a freak hoe, call me sick. 3'9" with a 10-foot dick.
The lady's dick. Yeah, exactly. That's fucking Joe C, dude. That got more game than Coleco. That's what's up, dude. Like, rest in peace, Joe C, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. That's Coleco. Like, a lot of people.
I'm a devil without a cause. I'm going platinum.
That's right. That's right. I got so kind of shifting a little bit backwards. I'm really not in tune to the whole unboxing thing. Can you guys give like Joe or not Joe, John or Mark? Can you guys tell me what I've seen the unboxing thing on the YouTube, and I know my daughters have watched in the past some of this stuff, you know, and I've just never I've never really understood the appeal. Can you tell me about the unboxing thing and exactly like what it is and why you do it on the internet basically, and like kind of like what the whole shtick is basically? Because I'm way out of the loop on this shit.
So I'll show you. This is a picture from last year.
God damn! You got to open all that shit.
So that was 7 months worth of me getting things, right? That took about 2.5 hours to open up and go through and everything. The thing, so what for me, what the unboxing brings, right? Example, let's just get right into it, right? So what I usually do is I'll go on Instagram Live. I'll shout out the person who got me who I got the merchandise from, right? So it's a guy, their tag is TNT Claims on Instagram, right? So they have these bunch of claim sales. What it is they post games, a bunch of stuff with prices, and in the comments you put claim. So basically, whoever claims it first gets the merch. And then I just get right to it, open this up. So I got this from TNT Claims, and basically it is, hold on, let me just take this out. I don't have a PSP. Well, I do have it. It's sitting home. But basically, this is what I got. God of War, Chains of Olympus, right? PSP game, case and everything, right? And then some people put their sticker or their business cards or whatever. So, you know, obviously promotion, right? That's just what it
so
is,
are you,
know?
okay, so you're unboxing whilst promoting at the same time.
That, and what I do is, so the unboxing really goes to, if you've played this game, if you had it, if you interacted somehow with the game, that little trick in our mind that gives us nostalgia, right? That little thing that reminds us of where we were, what we were doing, all that stuff of that moment in time, that feeling, get that for those maybe 5-10 seconds. That's what I want to do. That's my purpose of doing it, because like what we just did, right, with the Smurfs and the ColecoVision and stuff, we remembered where we were at, we remember what we felt, we remember that, you know, that wow, this is a new thing that's happening, that's coming up and coming, right? So if I could bring that to even just one person, my job is done, you know, because that's what I kind of want to bring. It's just giving the feeling of nostalgia, because like I said, there's a lot of fucked up shit happening in the world. Let's escape it with some nostalgia, right? You know, regardless of what's happening, if we get them 5-10 seconds of escape, you know, you never know that maybe it's a little bit more. So basically, boom, PSP, God of War, that's what's happening. And then I just keep kind of going down the list of what I got.
Does this stuff get sent to you for free, or do you purchase it?
No, nothing is sponsored. Everything is a business transaction. It's all with guys who collect games, guys who go out and purchase them and then resell them. It's just a whole community of gaming, retro gaming, collectibles, stuff like, you know, like even Funko Pops and stuff like that, even comic books, all types of, you know, like everything that's like from back in the day that I wanted, that I never was able to get as a kid. Here I am, fucking 38 years old, and I'm getting it now. Like, example, the Power Glove. There's no way I was gonna have the Power Glove as a kid. Like, my parents didn't roll like that to get me a Power Glove. So here I am, 20-something years later, I got it now. And it's 100% right. Uncle Sam's money. Thank you. Thank you,
Uncle Sam.
And everything.
And you know what? And it's a really good thing you made your collection, because guess what, you're gonna be selling the fuck off here in a few years.
The collection.
And you're gonna need that money, dude. They're just gonna keep slice a little bit off the cheese. Slice a little bit off the cheese. Oh, here comes number 2. Slice even more off the cheese. Slice even more off the cheese.
Listen, I'm grateful for TRICARE insurance because it's helped me out with everything so far.
I had my youngest daughter. We had her while I was in the Army, and thank God. Cheers to TRICARE. Cheers to TRICARE. Roger that. Roger that. All right.
So while you're opening up the next one, one thing that
started yet. I don't even think he started yet.
Oh yeah, he did with God of War.
Oh shit.
So while you're opening up the next one, I actually want you to go down some of your military history too. You're not the only one in your direct bloodline that served.
No, so my grandfather, I never met my grandfather from my father's side, my dad's father. I never met him. He left the country the year I was born. I don't even know if he knew I existed or not, anything like that. So he served in the Korean War as a Marine merchant.
Fuck yeah.
Then my dad served in the Army during Vietnam as a medic. So right off the bat, I was like, damn, my dad's seen some shit. If he was out there as a medic, he definitely patched some people together, see some spleens, intestines, all this other stuff, you know? Then my brother served 20 in the Navy. He did both wherever in the Middle East, Operation Desert Storm, you know, and then Freedom again. He served during both of them, basically. He did his 20 in the Navy, retired at E6. My dad was medically separated as a E4. My grandfather, I don't really know what rank he made it up to. Like I said, really too much about my grandfather. And then you got me, who it made all the sense in the world for me to join the Air Force. Like I always had the feeling that I wanted to, right? And my senior year of high school, well, not my senior year, my junior year, they had a career day and all these tables and all this wonderful stuff, colleges, jobs, all this. Boom, there's a table of the Air Force. I see a bunch of computer chips on the table and all this stuff. And that was me during that time. I was a heavy computer head of building, programming, and all that stuff. And I gravitated towards that table. They was like, yo, of course. They gave me the whole spiel. I was like, yo, I'm 17. I can't do nothing. Just like, yo, don't worry about it. We'll wait for you and all this other stuff, of course, you know? Then my third day into senior year, 9/11 happened, and I watched it happen. Like, not only from the window, from a TV, I was like, oh, this is real. Like, this shit is going down, right? And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to wait off from the military because at a young age, you know, not being kind of, I guess, educated on how the military works. The first thing I thought was, well, they're going to send me out there. I'm going to be frontline, and I'm going to last 2 days. And I'm going to come back in a box. And I was like, nah, I'd rather go to college. So that's what I did. I did the college thing. Then 2011, I visited a base in Virginia. No, not Virginia. I went to Andrews. I went to Andrews Air Force Base. You know, I saw Air Force One landing, which was like, that shit blew my mind. I was like, oh, no way, this is crazy, you know? And like 2 weeks later, I go to John and I was like, hey, man, I think I'm going to enlist. This guy ones up me. Sees me 2 weeks later. Yeah, man, I got my ship date already. Huh? So we were going to actually go in together, 2 different branches. But what happened with me was because I was a little bit older, they were like, yo, we're going to send you to officer school, but you have to leave by today. And I was like, nah, that's not happening. You know, I wasn't just going to get rushed out. So I never did it. And then later on in the year, they sliced the enlistment age to under what I was already too old for. I was like, all right. So I kind of gave up the dream. You know, John did his thing. He served, you know, thank you for that. And then he came back home. And that year that he came back home, it's funny because for whatever reason, I was working an internship in the city and my internship was coming out. Like the time was running out. They didn't tell me if they were going to hire me. They didn't tell me they're going to extend my internship. I'm like, yo, I need a game plan. Like, I just can't sit here and wait. So I'm like, you know what? Let's see. Airforce.com, start reading. They changed the enlistment age to 39. That man right there was the first person I called. Right? I was like, yo, they changed the enlistment age. The next thing he told me was like, you're leaving, aren't you? I said, yeah. He already knew. He's been doing this. Like it was just bound to happen. The next person I called was my girlfriend, and I let her know, hey, listen, it was my wife now, you know? And 2 years, I stood in my job. They extended my internship. Then I got a full-time position. But the plan was, I'm still leaving. It didn't matter, you know? had a desk job for like about a year and a half, and 16 Jan of 18, I raised my hand and I swore in, and 3 months later came to basic.
That's fucking awesome. So I got a couple things. So I got to say, first off, especially living not only on the East Coast, but being in direct proximity and actually viewing it kind of as it was happening, being around the, in the immediate vicinity of the events of 9/11, I can tell you're an intelligent man, because having that kind of self-awareness at a young age, like when you're a junior or senior in high school, and having the self-awareness to know that I'm not cut out to be on the front line, right? Like that's good. That's not a bad thing. That's exactly why not every job is shooting a gun, and not every job is doing all the so-called cool guy shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you had that kind of self-awareness as a young man, because that's what gets people killed sometimes, is that youthful kind of rush, just to get to the front, to jump out there, to do all the things you saw growing up in Rambo and Commando and freaking, all the fucking action movies, you grew up on, whatever fucking you saw in the 90s, whatever you saw in the early 2000s, and thinking that actual combat and conflict is like that, because it's really
not at all.
And there's
not the fuck at all.
There is an extreme reality behind what you see when you are forward deployed, downrange, basically. And we'll get into that maybe later on. But what I really want to hear about is, because I share this experience with you and I want to hear about yours. What was it like going to basic training as an older, enlistee, basically, as an older recruit? What was your experience in basic training like? And by all means, please continue opening and talking about what you're getting as you're talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I need you both to shut the fuck up and open up your fucking packages.
Hey man, fuck you, bro. I'll keep us here all day. Old
ass thermos with Pokemon, and I was like, yo, this shit look pretty cool. You know what? I'm just gonna get it. So I'm looking for the lunchbox, because probably can't see it back there. This little. There you go. That right there. That's
how do weathermen do it?
Yeah, right. It's a Dick Tracy lunchbox that I saw back home, and I was
badass.
I had to hop on that. So being an older person in basic training was fun, right? Because I got roasted by all these young guys. They were like, the oldest after me was probably 28, I think. So you got 34, 28, 26, and then basically all 18, 19, 20-year-olds. One kid turned 21 in basic, where we were all like, yeah, but you can't drink, bugging out and shit.
Fuck you. You don't get to have a beer fucking legally until you get out of fucking boot camp, bitch.
It's we gotta wait till we get out of here, right? So it was cool, they called me grandpa and all this other shit. But the dope part about it is that I was able enough to be in a flight of guys who, even though I was older, they welcomed me in, right? And they welcomed me in with the shenanigans, with the shit that they used to do during basic. And I wasn't really uptight about a lot of the things. So, real quick, Game Gear, I know you remember that.
Oh, fuck yeah. I never had one, but I remember the John, did you have a Game Gear? John, did you have a Game Gear growing up? I think you're muted, brother. John, did you have a Game Gear growing up, brother?
I did not have a Game Gear. So I had the Sega Genesis, the 64-bit and the 32-bit, but the Game Gear I didn't get to touch yet, because my first handheld was the Game Boy.
Okay, and Joe, our producer, you said you did. Joe, tell us about the Game Gear as you were a kid, growing up.
I remember it clear as day. I begged my mom for the fucking thing because my babysitter's son had one and I got to play it. Awesome. It
got all fucking hooked.
Batteries, takes 6 AA batteries, and they drain fast. You could get all sorts of cool shit for it. You can get a radio transceiver for it. You can get a TV antenna and shit for it. You can get, I think, the Game Shark. That was a pretty big deal for it at the time. But I had Aladdin and I had Sonic and I had a couple other games, and I never really made it too far because for some reason I couldn't get past the mechanics of some of this shit. So I sucked at gaming on it, so I gave up on it.
This is basically just a shell, right? It's missing a cover here. It's got us all kind of all jacked up. The reason I got it like that is because I plan to mod them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mod the screen, I'll mod the battery pack to it, and so that it can use the basically like cell phone, and I can use a USB-C charger on it. Because I've seen people do it, right? And how do I do this? So in my job here in the Air Force, they teach me soldering, they teach me how to wire maintenance and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take what I learned at work, and apply it to obviously my personal life, and open this, change the screen out, and do all types of fun shit with this game.
I also love how you've tied unboxing to mental health, and kind of as a thing to kind of, you know, keep you, I guess, grounded, if you want to call it grounded in reality, basically. You know, that's me and John have gone back and forth on this podcast, I don't know how many times, over finding those little things that just kind of keep you grounded in reality, so that when the I kind of liken it to a car when your alignment's out, you know, and you're driving on the interstate. You're driving on a very functionally straight road, right? But if you let go of the wheel, the car starts slowly doing this. You know what I mean? And the longer you let it go, you know, before you correct the wheel, basically, you know, the more extreme it gets. And you know what you're describing, and kind of tying this whole thing to mental health, and not just memories. You're doing this and tying them to good memories, and you're using those good memories to use your I guess your mental faculties that are still not damaged yet, right?
Absolutely.
to stay undamaged, basically, if that makes sense. So, and I like that. I love that. What's that?
Game Boy Pocket, right?
God damn. See,
Game Boy Pocket.
The Game Boy I had when I was a kid.
Is that the one with the light? On the back, it was like a backlight behind the screen of it.
No, I mean, so some of them did. You could put a light to this, and you can attach a light to it. But this is the one he's probably talking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I want to see. I know this dude's got like everything.
Yeah, well, that was the
Is that the original?
That's the
This is the brick. This is the.
I was gonna say, if that's the original, that's what I had. Like, you couldn't even fit it in your fucking back pocket. Like, there's like. It was portable. It was portable, but you pretty much had to have a case for it, because between the Game Boy, the games, and like extra batteries, you pretty much had to have a case. So like this shit, it's portable. Like, I could take it to the kid, you know, my homies across the street. I can take it to his house, right? But
yeah,
if we're going on a road trip, that shit needs its own case, basically, if that makes sense.
So we got Back to the Future Blu-ray.
Oh fuck yeah! You guys want to know how old I am? I remember seeing Back to the Future 2 and 3 in the theaters.
Mega Man 1, the very first one.
I beat that motherfucking game. I beat that shit. Fuck yeah, bro.
Let's see. I'm just gonna start grabbing random shit and opening. You guys could keep asking me questions about.
I got you. I want to hear tell me about the motherfucking B1, dude.
So
I didn't see it when it happened, but we were on a mission on my first deployment in Afghanistan. And I don't remember exactly which mission it was. I don't remember if it was when we were moving and changing fobs. We had this like 4-day push. I was attached to combat engineers doing route clearance. And I don't remember if we were on a mission or if we were in the process of changing fobs. And I'd have to ask some of my buddies from that deployment which one it was. But regardless, we got information over the comms, and our LT, you know, came on the net, and he's like, "Hey, check it out. There's a B1 flying in the area, and it's about to drop a JDAM. So just be aware. Like, you're probably going to either hear it or feel it, basically, like in the trucks." And no shit, like at the time I was a mechanic. This is before I changed over to being infantry, and so I was in a Hemet Wrecker, you know, like a recovery vehicle for the Army, like a big fucking tow truck, right? Like you see the movies in the Batman, like the Dark Knight and shit. I was in one of those, except a fucking tow vehicle. And I still, when that thing went off, when the JDAM fucking went off, you felt the thump like inside the fucking truck, like no shit. And I don't know how far away. I did not visually see the plane or the fucking ordnance go off, but we felt it on that drive. So it was like, I remember that. Tell me, please, about the B1. I want to hear about this, because everybody knows about the stealth bomber. The fucking B2 is so pretty, looks like a flying wing. Tell me about the original fucking tough hombre flying bomber, please.
So B1B, the bone as they call it, right? Me as a kid, the reason I wanted to join the Air Force was because of the B2, right? Of course, like you said, the B2 is the one that takes all the freaking cake, right? Um, so when I came in, I had the option of either doing maintenance on the B1, one of the fighters, and I believe the E8 or something like that. So they stuck me here in the B1. And when I got here, I was in processing in my squadron. And I remember the building just rumbling. And I was like, I look at the guy that I came out of tech school with, and I was like, is that a fucking B1 leaving? Like, is that taking off? And he's like, no, there's no way. And then the guy in front of us who was like escorting us to the in processing and all that stuff, he turned around and he just laughed and he goes, yeah, that's one of them. And I said, no shit. And so I've been on the flight line when they're taking off, and you feel that shit in your chest as it's taking off. And I was like,
Fuck yeah, you do, bro.
insane.
Fuck yeah, you do, bro.
The craziest rush was that I was like, yo, this is wild. And like just knowing that I have my hand in part to putting them up in the sky and them going to do whatever it is that they're going to do wherever.
Oh, yeah.
It's
And
fucking
boy, did they do
insane. Like the big picture of it, you know, it's
boy,
like,
did they do it well. They do it so well.
Yeah, you know, it's so dope. Like just being a small thing to a bigger picture of everything, right? You know, and it's just like, yo, the B1 has some power, man. It has some serious power. What it can do as far as airtime, it could travel from here to the side of the world and back, I think damn near in like one flight or something. And they were explaining it to me. I don't have the exact correct information at the top of my head right now because they told me all this stuff when I first got here. And then after that, it's just learn my job. So I can tell you a little bit of what I do without breaking OPSEC and all that other stuff. So basically, the components of the B1, the electronic components and like a lot of the, I guess, stuff that the B1 contains. So they take it off the jet, they bring it to my shop, we connect it to test stations, we run it. It tells us, hey, this circuit card's messed up, or this is failing for this, or it's failing for that. We switch a circuit card. We'll tweak a little, damn it. We tweak a potentiometer. We'll calibrate some of the stuff in it, and then we run it. It says it passes the test for what it was failing for. They take it, throw it back on the jet, and the jet goes and does what it got to do.
Tell me a lot of people that are probably not familiar with some of our Air Force jets. Tell me about the swept wing design. Are you familiar at all with that?
Not so much, but I know like basically. So the B1, it could go from where the wings are closed like this, so it being flat open, right? So as it flies here over a base, it's usually open. But when it's got to kick it to that high gear where it's going to go, all of a sudden the suckers go like this, kind of in, and it just, and then the B1, I think the altitude, the lowest at one of his quickest speed is like almost like 800 feet. So the sucker could ride really low and really fucking fast. And
hey, John.
That B1 is just insane, man.
Hey, John, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm about to blow your mind, okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, Mark. Does the B1 obviously carries ordnance like bombs, right? Does the B1 have guns?
So,
I already know the answer to this, by the way. So I'm just asking you. I'm not trying to. I'm not
for me, right? For me, I can't even tell if it does. It doesn't because I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
That's okay.
But I know there's one thing on it that it can do that is
don't talk about it.
Yeah, no, just the B1 as they told me is a bad bitch. That's just what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. The B1 bomber does not have guns on it, like firing bullets. The reason why is because it flies faster than a fucking bullet can travel. So basically, if that thing tried to shoot bullets in mid-flight at its max speed,
it shoots itself. Basically,
it would do self-damage. It would basically fly into the bullets that it was firing, if that makes sense, because it flies faster than a bullet can. So that's. I promise you, Mark. I apologize. I was not trying to play stump the chump.
No. All right.
Well, here's the thing. I understand it's a lot different in the Air Force sometimes than the Army, where you can play a vital role in a certain thing in the Air Force and never fucking actually lay eyes on or barely ever fucking see the end result of like what you're doing. Oftentimes in the Army, almost regardless of MOS, you will somewhat see the finished product, if that makes sense. On some level.
Oh, I've definitely seen some finished product.
I know you, but I was not trying to play Stump the Chump. I apologize.
No,
That was
not at
not.
all.
Yeah. So
I've opened a few things as we're talking. We got Metroid Other M. I've never played it, but it's a Metroid game, so probably got to be good. This I got it for free. This definitely was a freebie that was thrown at me. And then Resident Evil Outbreak. It was like kind of like Left 4 Dead, but one of the first ones, like that kind of concept of Left 4 Dead.
Mm-hmm.
We got Siphon Filter 3. So this concludes my I got the trilogy now for Siphon Filter.
Nice.
Kind of like Metal Gear Solid-esque type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember this arcade at all. X-Men Children
Yeah.
of the...
I never had
Sega Saturn.
I never had the Saturn. Yeah, I never had the Sega Saturn.
This is an arcade game, right? This is the reason Marvel vs. Capcom and all those games exist. It started with this one right here. This is the grandfather to all of that. And then this Holy Grail right here. So this came out a couple of years ago, and it's hasn't been seen, hasn't been found, and somebody had it, and I was like, send it. So now I got her, and then I got the Tyrant sitting on my desk, on my display over there. Right. Let me just get to this real. So I got this big ass box here.
The fuck? The fuck is that?
Make this little interesting. Move this shit out the way.
Shit's like Christmas in February.
Oh man, it's every unboxing for me is like Christmas.
Yeah, but you gotta keep. You're gonna need all that unboxing, man, because the kids here. You got a whole lifetime, dude. Like, it's gonna be amazing, bro. I'm so happy for you, man. Like, you sound like you're in a really good place right now, man. And you got a beautiful bride, brand new kid, and you're holding on to, what is that? Is that Pokemon? What?
It's a
mega construct things.
So it's like Legos and shit. Oh, this is dope. Hold on. Shit. We got basically it's all Legos. So I try to get, if I'm going to get Legos and stuff like that, it's going to be all video game related too. Video game or Star Wars related. Fucking. I think it even comes with a track or some shit.
Hello, motherfucker.
Whoa. There we go. Mario Kart. Oh. So I wasn't heavy into Final Fantasy 12, but this is the freaking kind of like thick ass strategy guide to it. So I'll enjoy that while I play. Just gonna keep this ball rolling. Sure, we're not gonna get through all of this, but that's fine.
No, yeah, we're about to hit the news. You can keep on going while we hit the news because we're about to end the show too. Breaking news, Joe. So, first things first. While he's opening those things up, we got. What's the first thing we got, Joe? Put something up for me. Is it the Walton Goggins playing in Fallout? We have, as you know, I'm super excited for the Fallout TV show that's about to come out, and casting has been out now with Walton Goggins. He's from the Hateful Eight. Also, he's been in Six, Navy SEALs, Sons of Anarchy.
He played that fucking. He played that the trans that Tig got with. You know, remember Tig and was it? Milo Devenus.
I
Like,
never watched the
dude,
Commander Key.
Dude, oh my god, he played. Oh my god, it was so hot, dude. Like, it was fucking amazing, dude. This dude
So-
comes in, like the most hardcore character in the entire run of Sons of Anarchy is this guy fucking Tig, right? The most, like, he is by far like the craziest, most hardcore. Dude is really, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, a man after my own heart, right? So in some, like, one of the later seasons, they encounter this wild ass character played by Walter Goggins, and it's a transvestite.
Walton.
It's a transvestite / transsexual, and Milo Venus. And one of my favorite lines, Milo, yeah, dude, and like, yeah, dude, and like, one of my favorite lines out of that entire run of that TV show is, "Never judge a book by its penis." Fucking love that shit, dude.
Well,
and
he is-
dude, like Tig, the most hardcore character in the whole show, like falls in love, and like they end up together, and it's like this like amazing, beautiful thing by like just these absolutely far out of left field fucking characters, dude. Like, Walter Goggins is the man, dude. Walter Goggins is the man. Go ahead, Joe. All right, John. I'm sorry.
First off, it's okay. First off, it's Walton.
Walton, my apologies.
Walton, and he's actually going to be playing now. What the description says that he's going to play a lead character, a ghoul. Now this ghoul, I think you got the picture up in the next tab. He will be. It seems to me that he will be playing a character named Gob. Gob is a character from Fallout 3 who was a bartender at a bar called Moriarty's, which was in Megaton. If these are clues to who his character is going to be, I am super excited to see Walton Goggins play a fucking ghoul.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, this show's going to be on Amazon. The show hasn't started.
The dude definitely has the forehead for it.
Yeah, and let me tell you, yeah, he really does have the forehead for it to be a ghoul. And let me tell you, if they're going the direction of not showing a vault dweller until maybe halfway through the show, I'm interested in that, because that's what the vault dweller is, the lone wanderer. What you got? What you got, Mark?
So we got Silent Hill 2. I don't know if anybody's played it. Classic one right there. We got Street Fighter Alpha, the very first one. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core for the PSP. So it's basically the story of the actual character of 7, which Cloud was cloned after. I believe that's Zack. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's it. Game Genie for the Sega Genesis.
Nice. I remember the Game Genie. For those of you kids that are too young, video games used to come with without cheat codes. So if you wanted to beat the game, you actually had to beat the game. And the only way
a lot of games didn't have save points either. So you had to play 6 to 7 to 8 hours a game, depending on how long, to beat it. If not, you're asked out. You ain't ever gonna beat that game.
Yep.
So,
I remember growing up having to put your fucking game on pause and go to sleep, so that when you woke up, you wouldn't lose the whole fucking game and the like how far you've gone in the game and shit. Like,
I wasn't fortunate enough to leave my shit on pause, because I tried that once and woke up to a shut off console.
Damn.
We got Power Stone loose disc.
Nice.
For Dreamcast, House of the Dead 2, and then the Dreamcast gun, the light gun for the Dreamcast, so I can play some.
Oh, there you go.
All right, let me see what else I got coming up right here. So this one was interesting. I got it from an auction, and it was a quite live auction. Like, it was hyped up because there's just a lot of people trying to get this game, and I ended up throwing my piece on the table, letting them know that I ran the yard in that auction. And I kept telling people, run your pockets, because I'm gonna run mine. And I beat him in this auction. And I ended up winning in the auction. So we got, it's kind of a not so rare game, but it's kind of rare. There wasn't that many copies of it. Let me get it out. Streets of Rage 3. So this wasn't one of the common ones. The common one, 1 and 2. 3 was kind of on the less common side. And then I got that. And I also got the Spider-Man game. Never played that one. And I got Red Steel and Umbrella Chronicles. Oh, and this old throwback Super Mario Brothers card. Oh, before anything, let me do the one thing I wanted to do actually today.
Yep, the main event, and then we
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yep,
I could end it right here. So obviously, Gonzo Gone Gaming, something I've been doing for a while. I kind of want to turn it into a brand. So this is the first ever to be seen here ever. Not on my Instagram, not anything. So you guys got the exclusive scene of this.
oh, nice.
I made some stickers. So I got those, and then these right here.
Nice. The hollows.
Yep. So basically, world premiere of my stickers. And I guess, yep, that's gonna be it for today. I know you guys got to do what you got to do, and I thank you for having me. This was pretty awesome. You guys kick ass.
Yeah, and don't worry, we're gonna get some more information. Right? We're gonna get some more information right before we get into our final thought. The last bit of news that we have for the day, basketball player, NBA basketball players Pokemon game interrupted by All-Star announcement.
Oh yeah, Jared Allen.
Yeah, so Jared Allen, Pokemon Legends Arceus, and was unable to. He didn't get the thing. Cavs head coach Bickerstaff said that Jared Allen was unable to pause Pokemon Legends Arceus, so that's what led to a quick conversation about him being named to the All-Star team. Allen seemed to appreciate the message and went back to playing.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
All right. Roger
Yeah.
that. Fuck
And
yeah.
and our last news for the day, there is a VA. This is very important. A VA is to overhaul disability evaluations for mental health and other conditions. Military.com is reporting that the Department of Veterans Affairs will change its disability ratings criteria for mental health conditions, sleep apnea, and tinnitus, part of a major overhaul of the review process to ensure that compensation matches veterans' medical conditions and needs, department officials say. The VA plans to update its schedule for rating disabilities, its guides for determining how it evaluates and provides benefits for service-connected disabilities. For example, for mental health conditions, to include their impact on veterans' lives and abolish the 0% disability rating for any service.
For any service, go ahead, John. For any
service-connected mental health diagnosis in favor of a 10% minimum, according to a notice published Tuesday in the Federal Register. For tinnitus, the department will get rid of its standalone rating and consider the condition a symptom of whatever underlying disease is it's caused. Guys, there's a lot of information on military.com about this. Check this out. We'll do more of a deep dive on this next week.
We will. And I was going to say, John, too, like we will do a lot more of a deep dive on this because I am literally in the middle of this process right now, having just DTS. I just had my first online kind of FaceTime appointment with a VA psychiatrist. This week upcoming, I am going to be in person getting like a full body like X-ray, basically. I have a hearing test coming up, I think, in March,
and I have all over again.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's kind of what it is, and I have no problem like going through my experiences on this show, and like Deshaun said, and I'm glad you put that up, Joe. That if you have already started receiving benefits from the VA, this is not going to necessarily change the percentage that you already have. Okay, that is something that you're going to have to go through your VSO, your Veteran Service Officer, for. Okay, and we do not want specifically regarding this. I understand that we don't always take ourselves very seriously on the show. When we do talk about the military stuff, when we talk about some of the mental stuff, we do take it very seriously. So we are not trying to put out any bad information here. If you are a veteran, if you have a VA disability rating and are being compensated, talk to your fucking VSO. Do not come to DD214 Gaming Podcast for your fucking info. Okay, just fucking don't. All right, be fucking responsible. Your life and is in your own hands. So don't we're just putting the info out there, and I will let you guys know what I experience here in the next few months, kind of transitioning out and becoming a civilian again. So, So yeah, that's good shit, John. Oh yeah, by the way, Mark, did you see John get interrupted? Did you see John get interrupted when he was trying to read that shit? Yeah, that's fucking you, dude. In like 5 years. Just want to Just want to let you know, bro. You see that shit? That's you.
There you go.
That's you, bro.
And there you go. And before we get to the final thought, which who takes it this week? We're gonna give it to you, Jay. We're gonna
What
have
you
you
got?
take it.
Oh, the final thought?
Yeah. But before obviously before we get to that, guys, don't go to the link tree anymore. Link tree is done and is done. It's done. Instead, go to www.dd214gaming.live. All our links are there. Leave a review there. You could listen to the podcast. Yeah, you could listen to the podcast there. You could watch the podcast there. You could watch our content there. Leave a review. Leave a voicemail. Tell us how much you hate us. Tell us how much you like us. Tell us who to fire. Tell us who to hire. Send us your submissions. Do whatever the fuck you want. Just go on the link. Sign up for the mailing list so you can get our updates on when new episodes come out. Our contest that's going to be coming soon with the signed trading card, which is over here.
Hey, John, who's on that trading card?
You want to see who's on the trading card?
Yeah, I want to see who's on the trading card.
We're going to show this again. Roast the unboxing.
Yeah,
there you go.
Roast the unboxing. Roast the unboxing. Oh, look at that. It's fucking John and Jay on a fucking actual Topps baseball card.
Yep, it's official.
You know why? You know why? Because I only ever wanted to fucking be myself. And John was the same way, right, John?
Yep, and here we are. And all I ever wanted to be was on the fucking baseball card, and here we are, man. And we got the special one in the plaque over here. And don't forget, remember, Jay, they're coming soon. So
hey, man,
make sure
I just want to tell all the kids out there, when you wish upon a star, man, dreams do come true. Okay?
Yes, they fucking
dreams do come true.
Also, make sure to check out blaze8onlinenewjersey.com for your CBD Delta 8 needs, cream, rose blunts, toothpaste, flour, gummies, you name it, they got it. blaze8onlinenewjersey.com. Also, guys, check out the Paleo Giant at thepaleogiant.com. Social media is at the Paleo Giant. 80s Baby Gaming, facebook.com/80s Babies Gaming.
Yeah.
Mark, where can we find you in case
Justin
anyone wants?
Nuts Lutz.
There we go.
At Gonzo Gone Gaming on Instagram. Hit this motherfucker up. Fucking continue making connections. Continue expanding your own networks. Let's do this, guys, and we're gonna do it together. We are all we've got.
So stickers now. We got stickers.
Oh, look at that shit. Oh, that's cute. Oh.
Also,
I like
this week,
I love that shit.
Our streamer of the week this week. I'm gonna throw this out there. His name. We're gonna throw it out there. He is Jedi Master Squid, DD214 gaming member. You are a streamer of the week. Check out his streams. He's playing Star Wars this week. He's got some sub contests going on. Jedi Master Squid. Check him out.
Master Squid on DD214 Gaming. Look at our page. Follow that guy. Let's give him some views. Let's give him some likes and all that.
Yeah, his Twitch page is twitch.tv Jedi Master Squid. So yeah, there you go. Take the final thought.
Well, all right. Well, we made it another 168 hours, kids, and like I said, kind of at the beginning of the show when I went in my weekend review, a lot can happen in 168 hours. So here's what I want to happen for the next 168 hours. I want every single one of you to be here 168 hours from now in 1 week. Okay. And the reason I want that is because I'm here to attest and let you guys know that everything can change in 168 hours whilst at the same time having nothing change, if that makes sense. Okay. And if it doesn't make sense, basically what it means is every day is a new day. And the only secret to life is to live to see another day. All right. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter how far down you are. There is somebody out there who cares. There's somebody out there who will listen. All right. Pay attention to the warning signs. Pay attention to things that are occurring in your immediate reality that are not normal. When I returned home from my third deployment in late 2018, I knew something was off. And by knowing something was off, I knew I had a choice, and I was facing basically like a very divergent path. I could either say something or I could say nothing and just pretend nothing is happening and try to watch the problem go away on its own, which when you're in your late 30s and early 40s, you know is not going to fucking happen. Because I have enough life experiences to know that when I make the choice to not do anything, a lot more, sometimes worse shit can happen, right? So take care and take charge of your own mental health. In 2019, this is about 2 years before I left the Army officially. I saw a therapist for the last 2 years of my active duty service, all the way up to last year. Okay, I will continue seeing a VA therapist and a psychiatrist probably into the foreseeable future. There is nothing wrong with it. There should not be a stigma about that. It is okay to talk to people. It is okay to have an objective third party there who has nothing to do with your entire life. Just fucking listen. It's okay to vent. We understand why you're angry. We understand why you're sad. We understand why it's hard to fucking walk out the fucking front door or get your ass out of bed in the morning sometimes. Don't be scared, kids. Jesus hates a pussy. Pick up the motherfucking phone. All right? Somebody will fucking answer. If the first person doesn't answer, call another motherfucker. All right? NCOs, I'm talking to fucking you. Answer your goddamn fucking phones. If somebody is calling you at 3:30 in the motherfucking morning, they ain't doing it for no fucking reason. And I don't care if they're fucking shithouse drunk. They ain't doing it for no fucking reason. Pick up your goddamn motherfucking phones. All right? You got these lifelong friends. You got your buddies from the service. All right? You haven't heard from them in 5 fucking years. I don't care what fucking time it is on the 24-hour clock. Are they calling for a reason or not? So pick up your motherfucking phones. That responsibility is on all of us. You have a responsibility to pick up the phone. You have a responsibility to fucking answer it too. So don't be a fucking bitch. All right? Stand up for your motherfucking self and stand up for your motherfucking battle brothers and battle sisters. We are all we've got. All right? If you need a phone number to call, you have exhausted every last possible resource. 1-800-273-8255. That is 1-800-273-TALK. That is the National Suicide Hotline. Call that motherfucker. They will fucking talk to you. Somebody out there fucking loves you. Somebody fucking cares. Next week, we're going to get into some deep-ass emotional shit. It's okay to have feelings, kids. It doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter how much you've seen. You have people that care. You have people that understand. We have a brother and a sisterhood fucking of shared experiences. And if we don't talk about it, if we don't share our experiences, we are doing ourselves and everybody that we serve with a great disservice. So get your motherfucking ass up, out of bed, off the couch, pick up the motherfucking phone, and have a goddamn good next 168 hours. I love you guys very, very much. Mark, thank you very much for your time. Your unboxing was the shit, by the way, dude. Like, I had no clue about this shit. I've never seen it. I'm out of the loop, bro. I'm just out of the internet loop. I missed a lot of shit from like 2010 until fucking October of last year. And so like, this was really cool.
It's because you're old and jaded.
I was gone a lot. I was gone. I'm making up a lot of missed time right now with my kids and stuff like that. And that's part of, we're gonna talk about a lot of this shit next week. We really are. We're gonna do kind of a deep dive on some
I
stuff.
will say, if you want to see one of my in detailed unboxing, you hop on the Instagram. If you have, even if it's just 15 or 20 minutes, you just want to see a taste of it, because they usually run 45 minutes, hour. Like I said, the last one was like 2.5 hours. But if you just want to see what it is, just go on my Instagram, look at one of the reels, and you'll see how I really do it. Because what I normally do is I'll open it and I'll go into if the game meant something to me, if I played it before, didn't play it, whatever. There's usually a backstory behind it. I know some of the games that I borrowed from a friend of mine that lived in the building, who just so happened to get killed 10 years ago, and I didn't even know about it. So like about 3 years ago, so that was, like I said, the shit gets emotional sometimes. It's just whatever nostalgic feeling, whatever happy, any type of feeling is that. But basically, you could just on my page for the unboxing and everything there. But thank you guys for having me. This was really awesome to kick it with you guys. Seeing the show, and being on it, 2 different factors, because now there's a direct interaction as opposed to the comments, and it's just this back and forth. Brothers in arms, keep doing your thing. I love that I'm a part of this with you, and if anybody needs us anything, man, hit the shit. I'll sit there to just listen, whatever the case may be, just anything, any type of service that I can do to you guys, let me know. Service before self.
You're already doing it, bro. Relax. You're still in. You chill the fuck out. We got this on this side. You fucking hold it down over there. All right. Because fucking when you know. So you hold it down, and when when you put that DD214 in your hand someday, brother, like I hope I get to be there freaking for your ceremony, like for your retirement.
Thank
dude,
you.
'cause
Thank
it's
you.
gonna
I'll
be-
let you guys
It's gonna
know
be a
for
beautiful
sure.
day. So
Yeah.
thank you
Yes,
very
it will
much.
be.
We'll
You
see you
are
guys.
the man.
We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.